Friends, welcome in RBC Online. I am Dattatreya Raut. I have to deliver the new aspect pneumonia in human health and diseases. Now, the pneumonia is in a short, is called as the inflammatory condition of lungs or alveoli of lungs. Now, this pneumonia, which is caused by the variety of the pathogens, which may be included the viruses like then bacteria, then fungal pathogens and parasites. The pneumonia, which are the infect to the lungs or the alveoli of lungs. And these pathogens may be a viruses, may be a bacteria, may be a fungal pathogens, or may be a parasites. So there are the many causes of the pneumonia infection. To the most common causes may be involved in a bacteria, viruses, fungi and parasite. So in this main cause is the viruses like the influenza virus, then respiratory syncytial viruses, that is also known as the RSV, the viruses like the another which is responsible to cause the pneumonia, which is known as the parainfluenza, and fourth one is the adenoviruses. Viruses may be cause the pneumonia or cause the inflammatory condition of the lungs to the persons. Then another one is the bacteria like Streptococcus pneumoniae. These are the viral infections, viral pneumonia, which is the mainly caused by the viruses. Then bacterium, Streptococcus pneumoniae is a common cause of the pneumonia. Bacterium like the Streptococcus pneumoniae, which is the common one, which is the common cause of the pneumonia, Streptococcus pneumoniae. Dear students, to remember the bacterium Streptococcus pneumoniae is a common cause of the pneumonia. Viral pneumonia, which is caused by the viruses, and another one is the fungal pathogens, which is the cause the pneumonia, pneumocystis jirovecii and pneumocystis carinii. These are the infection which is caused by the different variety of the pathogens, viruses, fungi, parasites and the bacteria. So these are the adenoviruses. These are the pictures of the adenoviruses, which is the cause the pneumonia. Then this is a Streptococcus pneumoniae, which is the bacteria which cause the pneumonia. Then Legionella pneumophila, Aspergillus mold. These are the infectious agent which are the responsible for to cause the pneumonia. So this pneumonia is generally which is the inflammatory condition which are the cause the infection to the alveoli of lungs. Now the pictures here on the slides, these are the alveoli of lungs which are the infected by the fluids, that is the bacteria Streptococcus pneumoniae, which are the responsible to cause the infection to the alveoli of lungs, or the that is known as the lungs infections. So are the different infectious agents which are the responsible to cause the pneumonia. Now there are the many causes of the pneumonia infection. Most is the most common cause and may involve the bacteria, viruses, fungi and parasites. These are the many causes of pneumonia. Infection may be caused by the bacteria, infection may be caused by the viruses, infection may be caused by the fungi, infection may be caused by the parasites. There are many causes of pneumonia, so another cause of pneumonia is also by the chemical burns or physical injury to the lungs can also produce pneumonia. Chemical burns is the cause to pneumonia. Physical injury to the lungs is also cause the infection of pneumonia. To produce the pneumonia, these are the another predominantly a cause of the infection of pneumonia. Chemical burn is also the predominantly cause the infection of the pneumonia, and physical injury to the lungs is also cause the infection to the pneumonia. So there are the many causes of pneumonia. So this pneumonia, which is the cause by the different viruses, different bacterium, then parasites and pathogens. Then regards to the discussion is the mode of transmission. How to the mode of transmission is the take place from the infected person to the healthy person. How to this spread the pneumonia? How to this spread the pneumonia, and then that is known as the mode of transmission. Pneumonia mostly spreads by direct person to person contact, which is the conducted by the person to person, which is the infected to the one infected person to the another healthy person, which are the conducted to the mostly spreads the pneumonia. It can also spread via the droplets released by the infected person. It also spread via droplets released by the infected person, or the even by using the shared cloths and utensils with an infected persons. The infection or the mode of transmission may be spread through the droplets from the infected person to the spread over the healthy person, even also by using the shared the cloths. Also the use the atoms that are touched by the pneumonia infected person. Utensils with an infected person also, which is the cause the and spread the pneumonia to the healthy persons. Pneumonia is a common disease that occurs in all age groups. Pneumonia is a common disease that occurs in all age groups. There is a not differentiate which may be not caused to the child, may be not caused to the infants, not caused to the older peoples. They may be caused to the all age groups. Pneumonia is a common disease that occurs in all age groups. It is a leading cause of death among the young and old and the chronically ill. If the is untreated, pneumonia goes to untreated, it is leading to cause of death among the young, the old and the chronically ill. The chronic pneumonia, which is the untreated pneumonia, that will be caused the death. Chronically ill persons, chronically infected persons, which is the cause the death, leading cause of the death among the young and old and the chronically ill patients or the people that will be cause the infection of the pneumonia. There are the many ways to spread the pneumonia from infected person to the healthy person, from the infected person to the healthy persons. There are the many ways to the spread the infection of pneumonia. So, in a mode of transmission mostly spread by the direct person to the person conducted and spread via the droplets released by the infected persons, and even by using the shared the cloths, utensils with an infected person. Common diseases in all groups, all age groups, which are the seen in all age groups, and leading cause of the death among the young and the old and chronically ill persons which is the, affected by the pneumonia. Then what are the signs and symptoms of the pneumonia? Is a very important to discussion regarding infected persons. What are the symptoms are the seen? How to identify externally, how to identify the give a diagnosis, and after the taking a complete health diagnosis, there is some external and the show the some symptoms and signs. You have to easy to diagnose the pneumonia. Cough produces yellow and greenish sputum or the phlegm. Now this sputum, which is the yellow or the greenish one, cough produces the yellow or greenish sputum or the phlegm, which is the first sign and symptoms to patients or the persons which are the suffer from the pneumonia, which is the have infected by the pneumonia, and that infected person produces the yellow or greenish sputum. Then as loss of appetite, the infected person feels a fatigue due to the loss of appetite, which are not take a proper diet, which are the not have the will to give a diet, take a diet. Loss of appetite, due to loss of appetite, patients feel fatigues, headaches, also vomiting, joint pains, and muscle aches. There are a loss of appetite cause the fatigue cause the also cause the headaches, vomiting, joint pains, muscle aches, chest pain during the deep breath or coughing is the another type of the signs and symptoms which are the seen in the pneumonia infected persons. Chest pain, because chest pain is caused due to the lungs are infected. Lungs or alveoli of lungs goes to the infection which is the caused by the bacteria. Streptococcus, that is known as the Streptococcus pneumoniae, or the pneumonia is caused by the viral pneumonia. Viral pneumonia is caused by the viral viruses, that is the influenza viruses. So, what type of the cause and what type of the infection is caused by the pathogens, infectious agents? Chest pain during the deep breath and coughing, shortness of the breath, dyspnea, high fever. All these signs and symptoms which are shows high fever, shortness of breath, chest pain during deep breath, coughing. During the coughing, chest pain. During the deep breath, chest pain caused the chest pain because the lungs are infected one. At that time, the patients are coughing. Then minor chest pains are the cause. Then shortness of breath. breath which did not take deeply, just like to dyspnea. These are the shortness of breath which did not take a complete breath, goes to the base of the lungs. That will be high fever is also cause signs and symptoms of the pneumonia. High fever. These are the coughing. Cough produces the yellow and greenish sputum. Loss of appetite, fatigue, headache, vomiting, joint pains, muscle aches, chest pain during deep breath or coughing, shortness of breath, high fever. You can remember in a board examination question may be asked. Also in the NEET examinations, chest pain during the deep breath, coughing. Why? During the patient are suffer from the pneumonia and then have a chest pain, because in the chest there is lungs, and lungs are the infected by the infectious agent, and so in the lungs there is a producing the cough, so which are the not normally function by the alveoli of lungs to take the oxygenated air and release the carbon dioxide air. So in this way there is problems are created for the exchange of the such type of the gases during this breath, so cause the chest pain, shortness of breath due to the lungs are infected, infectious one. Yellow and greenish cough are the present in the lungs, alveoli of lungs. There is a take a deep breath. There is a not possible by the patients. Is a very difficult to take a complete breath. So is a have a shortness of breath. There is a upper one breath. Then high fevers. Then goes to the discussion of the diagnosis and the treatment. How to the diagnosis and the treatment of the pneumonia? A course of treatment depends upon the pathogen leading to the diseases. Diagnosis: after the complete diagnosis of the pneumonia, after the verification of the symptoms, after the examination of the patient's sputum, then declared by the after the test diagnosis. Course of treatment depends upon the pathogens leading to the diseases. What type of the treatment is available for the pneumonia? For bacterial pneumonia, antibiotics like a bacterial pneumonia which is caused by the bacterium Streptococcus pneumoniae. And this Streptococcus pneumoniae is a bacterial pneumonia which are the cure providing the treatment. Antibiotics like the benzyl penicillin, ampicillin and the chloramphenicol are very effective. Antibiotics like the benzyl penicillin, ampicillin and chloramphenicol. So these are the treatment is available for a pneumonia after the diagnosis. These are the very effective drugs, very effective antibiotics which is the available in the markets, medicine shops, which is the take by the patient after the prescribed by the medicinal practitioners. So take the such type of the drugs regularly up to the complete eradication of the bacteria which are the infected to the lungs. So complete eradications of this bacteria or bacterium that is known as the Streptococcus pneumoniae, which is the take by the complete course of the complete course of the drug treatments, antibiotic treatments, course of treatments, and the course of the treatment is depend upon the pathogens leading to the diseases. What condition of the infection to cause the lungs, and the course of the treatment depend upon the pathogen leading to the diseases. So providing the treatment regards to the cure the pneumonia, use the bacterial pneumonia, antibiotics like the benzyl penicillin, ampicillin and the chloramphenicol is a very effective drugs, very curative drugs which is prescribed by the doctors. And then goes to the last one discussion regards to the pneumonia prevention and control, how to prevent the pneumonia and control the pneumonia. So vaccination is a very important for the prevention in the both children and the adults. Vaccination is important prevention in both children and adults. Vaccination is a very important in a prevention in both children and the adults. Vaccine against the Haemophilus influenzae and the Streptococcus pneumoniae in first year of the life help greatly to reduce the chance of causing pneumonia. In the first year of life, vaccines against the Haemophilus influenzae and Streptococcus pneumoniae in first year of life help greatly to reduce the chance of causing pneumonia. Have a greatly to reduce the chance of causing a pneumonia when the doctors are providing the number of vaccination to the infant. These are the newborn baby. In a complete treatment of the vaccinations, that will be a vaccine against the Haemophilus influenzae and the Streptococcus pneumoniae in first year of the life help greatly to reduce the chance of causing pneumonia. To greatly to reduce the chance of cause of pneumonia, because when they take the vaccination just before the infection, that will be fight the such type of the antibiotics or vaccines, then there is a less chance to reduce. There is a greatly to reduce the chance of the causing pneumonia. There is no chance to cause the pneumonia after taking the vaccines against the Haemophilus influenzae and the Streptococcus pneumoniae. So vaccination is play the vital role in the prevention of the in both children and the adults. So I am Dattatreya Raut in RBC Online. I am to share my video. If you like my video, please to subscribe my channels, like my videos, share my videos and my channels to your friends. So I am to request to all viewers to subscribe my channels, like my videos and share my videos to the all your friends. Thank you so much.